Hello guys, CR Classics again. This is going to be another catch-up video, just showing you what we've been doing in the garage, what's coming, what's going, same as last time really, but we've done a few different things since we've last shown you. So this is just going to be a walk around, so let me show you what we've been doing. So guys, the main thing we've done since we last spoke is we've done an oil change in the engine, which was ridiculous. The oil that was in the car before was like modern motor oil, so it was like water. So there was no like formula to it whatsoever. It just run off your hands. We've put some classic motor oil in there now, which is a bit more like syrup, which is better for the car, better for the engine, and it will, well, hopefully run a lot better on it. So that's one thing we've done. We also added the oil filter, a brand new oil filter, which is hard to get to because it's right at the bottom of the engine, so it needs to be jacked up and everything. So that was one of the things we did as well, and a general tune, I think, is what we did as well. We haven't touched the carbs yet because we don't really want to, because they could be a lot more trouble messing around with them. We might just leave them how they are because the engine seems to run quite well on them. So why fix it if it's not broke? Apart from that, on the engine, I think that is it. Changed all the spark plugs, which is the main thing. We've also ordered four new Rotoflex couplings, otherwise known as donuts, because the ones on the car at the moment are completely perished. They're all cracked and you can see through them and everything. They're horrible. But obviously the car's been outside for about 1.5 years and it hasn't run for a long time. That might have been one of the contributing reasons why. So yeah, that's mechanically, that's the main thing. I'll show you what else we've been doing. So the next thing I was going to show you, which I was going to show you in the last catch-up video, but I didn't get to because the pieces were all around the garage in the middle of being finished. But it's all the pieces we put in the boot. So these pieces, which all have been cut to the size of the boot, and all literally just lift out with these little holes that we put in. Literally just lift out, and they go on the racks that are underneath, and they all fit, you know, very nicely on the car. And they've all been oiled and everything, and are looking very nice, looking very smart, much better than it was. I'm sure you'll agree. So that was a big thing, but that just needs sound deadening underneath now and carpeting, which another thing that arrived today. So we've got this black sound deadening, which is this stuff instead of this stuff which we were using before. I think this looks a lot smarter because the car's carpet is black. So if any carpet comes up and it's that sandy colour, it just doesn't look very smart underneath. So we've got that carpet, and we've also got this vinyl, which has also just arrived today. So it's that stuff, and that's going to go over this, which yes is still out the car, over this little piece, just to make it look a lot smarter. So we'll just cover this basically, quite simple, and it'll look very smart when it's done. And then the seat's ready to go back in the car. The next thing we've done, which is the most rewarding bit I think so far, is we have stuck this side of the carpet in. So all this, we've got this weather strip that goes all the way around, that's all brand new, and that's all along there, fits very nicely. And this is all glued now, all of this and all of this, and all here, that's all glued now with brand new carpet, which is looking very, very nice indeed. The next thing's really it's just finding the bits that we're missing. Oh, another thing which we struggled to get out was these boys. As there was a little bolt there. You'll see we've got it out now. I'll show you how you get it out. So you're meant to get it out. There's a little tiny hole in there. You've got to get your socket set in there and hold it with a spanner the other side, which proved really, really hard to get out. To be honest, I didn't do it myself. I gave up after a while, so someone else did it for me. But yeah, that wasn't fun at all. But now we can get them out, so that's all the interior out apart from the driver's seat. So we can start carpeting that fully and finish that, and then it's just on to cleaning the stuff and smartening it up inside. And then the dashboard obviously needs fully rewiring, so that'll be the most expensive part of the restoration, I think, unless something big jumps up, which hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, what I've been doing today is another little thing, cleaning this fuel pump, because it's the original one that was on there. It's not in bad condition. I mean, they're about £60 new. We didn't feel like we needed a new one. The only reason it's out is because there's a tiny little hole, oh, you may not be able to see it, on the top of this. It's just a tiny little pin-sized hole. No, you guys won't be able to see it. On this little nozzle that goes on the end of the fuel pump. Yeah, a tiny little hole, but the air escapes from it, therefore it's useless. So that's being replaced. We've ordered one of those. They're only a few pounds, so we're going to replace that instead of replacing the whole thing. And that just slots in here. That just slots in there. So it won't leak any fuel now, hopefully, in the boot, which is very, very good, very, very safe. Also, yeah, once that's done, the boot can be carpeted. That's all finished, basically. The rest of the stuff we've been doing, little things like gluing this center dashboard console. These little bits are, you know, a bit flappy at the end. So we're just gluing them and tightening them up. And yeah, we've checked we had all the wheels off as well, and checked all the brakes and all the suspension, checking the wheels are all okay and everything behind the wheels is fine, which it is, which is very good. All the brakes have had new brake pads, which is very good. We didn't really want to replace them, obviously. Yeah, that's just another very quick update on what's been going on in here. Any questions, please put them in the comments. This video will be on YouTube as it's too long to put on Instagram, unfortunately, so my YouTube is CR Classics. There's a link to it at the top of the Instagram, so please check that out and subscribe to that and all that stuff, which I know you guys are doing. Anything you want to see me do or any questions you have, please fire away and I'll do a video on your question. But yeah, it's just another catch-up video, really. Let me know if you guys prefer these, or if you prefer the separate videos that I do, which are more cuts and more of a higher quality instead of me just talking to you. So let me know what you prefer out of these two. These are just easier to do and easier to speak in. But yeah, it's all going well. It's all going very well. So yeah, like and subscribe and comment, guys. Any questions you have, pop them below. This has been CR Classics, out.